Well, I think most agencies are focused on making a better solution, and we talk about ourselves as focused on making a better problem. We were not the first people to discover that. I mean, Einstein said if I had an hour to save the world, I'd spend 55 minutes defining the problem and 5 minutes on the solution. We always say that we're the creature the problem requires.
I would say Creature was a slow migration to digital because it started as really a creative-only agency. It's interesting because it was so much easier 10 years ago. You had TV, you had print, you had newspaper, you had radio.
You'd do a bunch of research and you'd put like a benchmark study down, and then you would check it 6 months later and go, oh, look what moved. And yeah, and look, there's a sales curve that kind of went up too. Oh, look how successful we are.
There is a massive data tsunami out there that clients are exposed to, that consumers barrage them with. What's needed is a way to sift through that, to figure out what the pertinent information is within that set.
The thing that's really great about programmatic is it just lets you be in a lot of different places, a lot of different areas, hitting a lot of different targets all at once.
There's that real-time element of being able to look at creative and being able to look at the things that are existing in the world within the work that you're doing and being able to modify it and making it more effective, or taking those learnings back to the client. I think that is the key element.
I think programmatic's only going to grow. I mean, with the proliferation of all of the devices that we have, all of the choices that we have, the fragmentation.
It's really interesting when you can take a huge subset of data and really funnel it down into a very specific audience for what your client is requesting. So for our Dickies clients, for instance, we are looking for the built-to-work blue-collar guy who's maybe a mechanic or a construction worker. We're able to find those guys within this mass subset.
Then when we saw some of the research, you can see that these women were also clicking, which was interesting because we knew that the women buy a lot for the men.
There's actually about 63% women making the purchases. With that information, we're able to refine all of our targeting on all of our partner sites and within DataXu, and build out some custom Dickies audiences to help drive performance and drive sales.
DataXu has been a dream. I mean, we work with a lot of different vendors, and just the responsiveness, the on top of first-to-market opportunities. What happened with those crazy colors? Easy, fun, responsive, and puts up with all of our crazy requests, which is always a plus.
When you're working with a partner like DataXu on programmatic buying, it allows for real-time optimizations on their end, which is great because it frees me up to be able to really dig into all the data that we're seeing and all the reports that DataXu is supplying to us about programmatic buying. We're able to understand exactly where these audiences are coming from and then take those learnings to help uplift performance overall. So the end result for our Dickies client is to drive a higher volume of sales, which is great.
They're always educating us. You know, we will come to them with RFPs and they'll come back with responses on, this is great, we can also look at this and this. So they'll give us options on other things to explore, and digital changes so quickly, and so it's always good to have someone that's sort of looking out for you and bringing great things to your clients.
Look, if you're even remotely considering bringing on a programmatic partner, you wholeheartedly should be doing that. The information that you're going to gain is incalculable. Your client's going to be happier for it, you're going to be happier for it, your creative team's going to be better off for it. It's a no-brainer.